This farming village called Kuthambakkam, 40 kilometers outside of Chennai in South India, is the epicenter of an experiment, one bringing back ideas Mahatma Gandhi and his contemporaries espoused: village self-sufficiency, micro-manufacturing, inter-village trading, and communal harmony under an idea called the Panchayat Raj. The Panchayat Raj was created in 1993 as an amendment to the Indian Constitution by late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Essentially, it gives republic status to village governments, meaning they have the right to access and distribute government funds regarding rural development. It's the system that was in effect prior to British colonization, and this village is one of thousands that are taking advantage of the autonomy. The writing is on the wall. The outside of the village office has the financial statements posted for everyone to see.
If they understand that really Panchayat is facing problem, people may come forward to help, or sometimes people may give up some unwanted thing. So that way it's good.
Such transparency and civic pride weren't always the case here. In the early 90s, these villages were the site for some of the most violent caste riots in South India. It was at that time that Rangaswamy Ilango, a village native who left to pursue an education and career in engineering, came back to try and help. His first effort at building a bridge of trust between communities meant tackling the problems of those who felt they had the least to lose. The lower caste villages of Dalits and Harijans were the most disenfranchised and frustrated.
We tackle their problem, unless otherwise we bring them to the common fold. So it was a big problem, we realized. So we decided to undertake the works in that Harijan colony, then attending their problems.
Sanitation was the first challenge. Ilango found scrap rubble from a nearby granite quarry and convinced villagers to work at building a storm water and waste drainage system. Most places this idea could have been easy to implement, meet supply with demand. But here it met with disapproval from local government officials, because not only was it unconventional, in being so it cut the bribe-handling bureaucrat out of the equation. This became one of the first acts of the village's autonomy to which the government retreated. Next came pavement between huts, a rare sight in areas of such blight. These projects worked not only to improve living conditions, but also to empower the lower castes with a feeling of belonging.
It really created a situation and confidence to the whole village. Yes, now we can do something, because before that it was a total division. Because of the division, because of unrest among the Dalits, always physical violences and threat to even the other communities were there. So now the Harijan people, they started understanding things, they started coming to a common fold. So that gave the greater confidence to the whole village. Now we can really sit and discuss and do things.
Ilango was elected president of this panchayat and recognized that attempts at systemic change had to address the most basic needs first. So after infrastructure improvements, he focused on housing, one brick at a time.
It's called soil stabilized mud block, which is a very eco-friendly technology. We have not used cement for the construction.
Every structure in this hamlet, including this large multi-purpose facility, was built using a technology available from the Indian government, but one rarely implemented.
Kiln breaks and you have to burn it. So a lot of fuel is burnt, carbon dioxide has come, and heat is coming. But it's something like mixing this local soil with some amount of, say, 5 to 6% of cement and river sand, and people, they stabilize it, and using a small mud block making machine, we make our own mud block.
Villagers literally had been given the chance to build the bricks for their own homes, and in the process learned a valuable skill. But who lived in which house was no accident.
50 houses are allotted for the Harijans and 50 houses for the non-Harijans in the same village. This is the first time in this country then in the same village, different caste, particularly the upper caste people are poor, of course. They are made to live together in the same way. So all are twin houses. One is allocated for every alternate house is a Harijan house. With a Harijan, a Brahmin lives. With a Harijan, other Vanya lives. With a Harijan, other one lives.
Part engineering background, part curiosity, Ilango launched a series of surveys through every village to find out the specifics about population, employment, and most important, the economic forces at work.
It was a surprise for us that this village itself consuming about 9 to 10 lakhs worth of rice per month. and 3.4 lakhs worth of oil, and 3.9 lakhs worth of tur dal, 2 lakhs worth of baked items, and we consumed 2 lakhs to more than 2 lakhs worth of cloth per month, and something like that we can easily do a turnover of 60 to 70 lakhs per month.
These impoverished agrarian villages where unemployment was creeping higher every year were still collectively spending significant sums of money on basic needs, often borrowing money at unrepayable interest rates or selling their belongings and land just to survive. Emerging from the data in these surveys were two facts. First, that there existed a growing population of untrained and available labor. To this end, the panchayat began training women's self-help groups in the low-skill craftwork of jute products, from sandals to backpacks and bags for international export. The more significant finding was the opportunity to create basic goods and services for local consumption in an effort to keep the cash nearer to the village.
If we produce our own rice, that rice which is available in the market for 12 rupees can be easily supplied for 10 rupees. In a kg people can save 2 rupees. So, like that when we produce our own oil, then it works out easily 5 rupees less than the commercial product. And like that when we worked out, every family can easily save about 500 rupees worth of 500 rupees in this, and 500 rupees saving for other families, that is also a big saving.
Which brings us to this rural laboratory that Elango hopes will change the face of this village.
You put groundnut inside, simply just shake it and it will break the groundnut.
This machine, like the rest inside this facility, help increase efficiencies at incredibly low costs without displacing the human worker. And they can help villagers bring products to market. For example, a soap making machine.
Generally in the market it may cost about 2 lakhs, 1 lakh or 1.5 lakhs. It will cost hardly 45,000.
Another staple in the village diet, lentils.
Now this is mini tur dal is developed by CFTRA Mysore, which costs hardly 50,000 rupees.
Elango's goal for village self-sufficiency goes all the way down to generating its own sources for power.
Say if using this I am generating electricity and charging this a battery and lighting a street light or something, where we are paying 3,000 rupees as electricity charges. If that 3,000 rupees is given for 2 guys, they can earn 1,500 rupees. But that money meant for that electricity and other thing, which is going to corporation. But here you are giving opportunity for your own man, and it is totally relieving the people from the dependency of electricity, dependency of machine, and beyond that it is giving scope for the village people to work.
The products in this room can't be successful in a vacuum. What Elango envisions is a trading community.
It may not work for one village. If some 10-15 villages are working, this village is producing tur dal and basic soaps and other. That village is producing rice and other thing. This village is producing cattle feed, and that village is producing milk. Integrate this. This itself will give employment for about 25 to 30%.
Many of these children are in these classrooms because of what this village is doing. Better sanitation keeps them healthier for class. Roads to schools don't wash away with the rains. Their parents are economically more sound and stable, leading to families that value education. But it's not just within the walls of this primary school that the education is happening. Elango, working with other panchayats, has set up a trust for finances and a panchayat academy.
Every month we want to call 30 to 40 like-minded panchayat from other parts of the state and other parts of the country, ask them to stay with us for a week time, understanding what is happening here. It's something like sharing and learning. It is not only teaching. We may also learn a lot of things from them. Sharing and learning, and when they go back, they will leave something for us. They will learn something from us, and they will go with a clear-cut plan. That way, I am planning to contact at least 500 to 600 panchayat leaders every year.
It's been said that it takes a village to raise a child. For India, it may take a village to raise a nation. I'm Hari Srinivasan.